Okay, so let's set up a motivation for doing the practice today. You might think of everyone on the prayer list, the Kadamba Center prayer list at the other FPMT centers, prayers for those who have passed through are in the Bardo, for example, or those who have passed away. And I'd also like to thank the Kadamba Center for sponsoring this Puja today. So now I'm going to share the screen. So some of these prayers we'll be saying 3 times or 7 times, for example. Please note that when you see that on the screen. So also, if you please try to imagine on the crown or above the crown of all sentient beings, all the medicine Buddhas, starting with Shakyamuni Buddha, closest to your crown, above that medicine Buddha, and then the other medicine Buddhas. And then when we begin, we start at the very top of medicine Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent signs. And then after we're finished, then he dissolves into the next one, King of melodious sound. And then it just goes like that, so forth and so forth, on until we end up with Shakyamuni Buddha. Okay. And I'll pause between each Buddha so that you have time to just visualize that dissolution. So let's start with the refuge and bodhicitta prayer. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activity of all the Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions, source of 84,000 collections of dharmas, Lord of all Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the kind and glorious holy and root and lineage gurus. I seek refuge in the completely enlightened Lord Buddhas. I seek refuge in the holy Dharma. I seek refuge in the Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the 8 brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas with their hosts of retinue deities. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector, guardians, endowed with the wisdom eye. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activity of all the Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions, source of 84,000 collections of dharmas, Lord of all Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the kind and glorious holy root and lineage gurus. I seek refuge in the completely enlightened Lord Buddhas. I seek refuge in the holy Dharma. I seek refuge in the Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the 8 brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas with their hosts of retinue deities. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians, endowed with the wisdom eye. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activity of all the Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions, source of 84,000 collections of dharmas, Lord of all Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the kind and glorious holy root and lineage gurus. I seek refuge in the completely enlightened Lord Buddhas. I seek refuge in the holy Dharma. I seek refuge in the Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the 8 brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas with their hosts of retinue deities. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians, endowed with the wisdom eye. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. All sentient beings who, although self and all appearances are Dhammadhatu by nature, have not realized it thus. I shall endow with happiness and the causes of happiness. I shall separate from suffering and the causes of suffering. I shall make inseparable from happiness without suffering, and I shall set in equanimity the cause of well-being, free from attachment, aversion, and partiality. All sentient beings who, although self and all appearances are Dhammadhatu by nature, have not realized it thus. I shall endow with happiness and the causes of happiness. I shall separate from suffering and the causes of suffering. I shall make inseparable from happiness without suffering, and I shall set in equanimity the cause of well-being, free from attachment, aversion, and partiality. All sentient beings who, although self and all appearances are Dhammadhatu by nature, have not realized it thus. I shall endow with happiness and the causes of happiness. I shall separate from suffering and the causes of suffering. I shall make inseparable from happiness without suffering, and I shall set in equanimity the cause of well-being, free from attachment, aversion, and partiality. For the welfare of all mother sentient beings, I need to attain complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I'm going to engage in the stages of the path, such as prostrating, making offerings and heartfelt requests, entreating the holy minds to grant blessings to the 8 brothers contemplants, the Lord Medicine Buddhas, with their hosts of retinue deities. To the power of the supreme truth of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas' blessings, the might of the 2 collections, and the purity of the Dharmadhatu, may this realm's beings and environment be enriched like Sukhavati with all the desirable perfections of both samsara and nirvana. Jewel ground adorned with trees and with ponds, whose bottoms are covered with gold, silver, and pearl dust, flowers strewn and sandalwood fragrance rising, human and divine enjoyments, Samantabhadra's offerings everywhere. There in the center of a charming jewel palace, on lotuses and lion thrones, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abide. May everywhere be filled with oceans of clouds of offerings which they enjoy, born through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. So this mantra multiplies the offerings. So we'll say this 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Buddhaya Teata Om Vajre Vajre Mahavajre Mahatesha Vajre Mahavidya Vajre Mahabodhicitta Vajre Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kramana Vajre Sarakawa Avarana Vishadana Vajre Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Buddhaya Teata Om Vajre Vajre Mahavajre Mahatesha Vajre Mahavidya Vajre Mahabodhicitta Vajre Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kramana Vajre Sarakama Avarano Vishodana Vajre Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Buddhaya Teata Om Vajre Vajre Mahavajre Mahatesha Vajre Mahavidya Vajre Mahabodhicitta Vajre Mahabodhi Mendopasam Kramana Vajre Sarakawa Avarana Vishodana Vajre Soha. So we're going to skip to the extensive power of truth. By the power of truth of the 3 rare sublime ones, the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the great wealth of the completed 2 collections, and the sphere of phenomena being pure and inconceivable, may these piles of clouds of offerings arising through transformation by the Bodhisattvas, Arya, Samantabhadra, Manjushri, and so forth, unimaginable and inexhaustible, equaling the sky, arise, and in the eyes of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions be received. Compassionate protectors in degenerate time, 7 Sugatas, Buddha, Shakyamuni, Holy Dharma, Bodhisattvas, and guardians, invited as the support and protective refuge to protect others and myself, may you come here, gather, and grant your blessings. Root Guru, whose kindness is without equal, King of the Shakyas, Manjushri, Shantarakshita, and so on, holding in their hands this profound sutra, to the direct and lineage gurus I prostrate. To the compassionate ones who liberate destitute beings, 7 Sugatas, Buddha, Shakyamuni, and Holy Dharma, Manjushri, Kyabdro, Vajrapani, Brahmaneshvara, and the Maharajas and Yakshas, I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated to the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. So we meditate on extensive offerings, Samantabhadra offerings. In front of every Buddha, Bodhisattva, Daka, Dakini, and Dharma protector, not just now, but today, tomorrow, every day, until we attain enlightenment. I confess all downfalls and negativities. Rejoice in virtues. So in meditating on rejoicing, we might rejoice in our own merit that we've accumulated in the past, accumulating in the present and in the future. And also perhaps for Shakyamuni Buddha, who spent 8 years meditating, eating only 1 grain of rice a day, determined to do so until he liberated himself for all sentient beings. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Great Bhagawan Assembly, pray, listen. 7 Sugatas, just as you promised, the previous prayers will be fulfilled during the final period of Shakyamuni's teachings. Pray, show me, in actuality it is true. So this is the first one at the very top of the Buddhas. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Golden in color with mudra of granting refuge, who accomplished 8 prayers, majestic with the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field unconquered by others, I prostrate to renowned, glorious King of X and Signs. I prostrate in flowers of the major marks flourishing pure, anthers of minor signs, such a beautiful body. One who sees, hears, or thinks of you is glorified. To renowned, glorious King of X and Signs, I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. To the force of hearing the Conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, and offering, may all sentient beings such as ourselves be free from epidemics, execution, criminals, and spirits, have faculties fully complete, have the continuum of suffering and negativities cut, not fall to lower realms, and experience the happiness of humans and gods. With hunger, thirst, and poverty pacified, may there be wealth. Without torments of body such as bindings and beatings, without harm of tigers, lions, and snakes, with conflict pacified, endowed with loving minds and relieved from fear of flood as well, may we pass to fearless bliss. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors such as renowned glorious King of X and Signs, and cause them the night. Now please visualize renowned, glorious King of the excellent sign, whose gold color dissolves into King of melodious sound, who is also gold or yellow in color. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, bearing radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, bearing radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, bearing radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, bearing radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Yellow in color with mudra of granting the Supreme, who accomplished 8 prayers, majestic with the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field endowed with jewels, I prostrate to King of melodious sound. All adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, wisdom expanded and mastery of all noble objects, endowed with a mind as deep as the ocean, I prostrate at the feet of King of melodious sound. I make every collection of offerings acting, arranged, and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may the distracted flourish in the Dharma, have wealth and goods of humans and gods, without torment at conception, be always born human, never be separated from bodhicitta, increase in virtuous Dharma, purify obscurations, and attain the happiness of humans and gods. May we be freed from being separated from their spiritual guide, from dark ages, spirit harm, death, and enemies, and from the dangers of isolated places. May we have enthusiasm for making offerings and performing ritual services. May lesser beings have samadhi, mindfulness, strength, the dharani of non-forgetfulness, and attain supreme wisdom. May tormenting fires be cooled. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from the lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors such as King of melodious sound, and cause them delight. And now King of melodious sound, who is yellow, dissolves into stainless excellent gold, who is gold. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel, who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel, who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel, who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel, who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel, who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel, who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel, who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Golden in color, like the river Tsambu, with Dharma teaching mudra, having accomplished 4 prayers, majestic with the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field incense filled, I prostrate to stainless excellent gold. Paramount among gold, like the gold of the river Tsambu, blazing with more radiance than 1,000 suns, body like a stainless golden stupa, I prostrate to stainless excellent gold. I make every collection of offerings actually range and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the Conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may the short-lived gain longevity, the poor full wealth. May combatants come to have loving minds. May we not be without training and fall to the lower realms, but be bound by our vows, and never without bodhicitta. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from the lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors such as stainless excellent gold, and cause them delight. So stainless excellent gold dissolves into supreme glory free from sorrow, who is light red in color. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Light red in color with mudra of meditated equipoise, who accomplished 4 prayers, majestic with the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field without sorrow, I prostrate to supreme glory, free from sorrow. Pass beyond sorrow, attain to supreme bliss, pacifier of sentient beings, 3 poisons and sufferings, protector of beings of the 6 realms, to the glorified one, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated to the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the Conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may sorrow and the like always be pacified, and life be long and happy. May the Conqueror's light increase bliss and joy in the house. May we have brightness, beauty, and wealth, unharmed by spirits. May we have love for each other, and may there be no disease. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors such as supreme glory free from sorrow, and cause them delight. Now, supreme glory free from sorrow, who is light red in color, dissolves into melodious ocean proclaimed Dharma, who is pink in color. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaimed Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaimed Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaimed Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, lotus ocean proclaimed Dharma, a prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, lotus ocean proclaimed Dharma, a prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, lotus ocean proclaimed Dharma, a prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, lotus ocean proclaimed Dharma, a prostrate offering, go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Pink and colored with mudra of teaching the Dharma, who accomplish 4 prayers majestic with the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field victory banner of Dharma, I prostrate to melodious ocean of attained Dharma. Great sound of Dharma conquering adversaries, endowed with speech as deep as the ocean, pacifier of being suffering without exception, I prostrate to melodious ocean of proclaimed Dharma. I make every collection of offerings action ranged and emanated to the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may we always have perfect view and faith, hear the sound of Dharma, and be enriched with bodhicitta. For sake of resources, may we give up negativities, may wealth increase, may we abide in love, have long lives, and be content. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors such as a lotus ocean proclaimed Dharma, and cause them to light. So a lotus ocean proclaimed Dharma, who is pink, dissolves into a delightful king of clear knowing, who is coral in color. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of notion of Dharma, and prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of notion of Dharma, and prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of notion of Dharma, prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of notion of Dharma, prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of notion of Dharma, prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of notion of Dharma, prostrate offering, go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of notion of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pleasures you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Coral with mudra of granting the Supreme, who accomplish 4 prayers majestic for the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field ocean of jewels, I prostrate to king of clear knowing. Mind, profound Dharma wisdom, difficult to fathom, sporting in the pure sphere of truth, one who sees all noble objects directly, I prostrate to king of clear knowing. I make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment, through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, and offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may the distracted be free of malice and rich in goods. May those on evil paths to lower rounds attain the 10 virtues. May those controlled by others gain perfect independence, and all have long life, hear the names, and be virtuous. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquest, such as King of Clear Knowing, and cause them to light. So King of Clear Knowing, who is coral-colored, dissolves into medicine Buddha, who is blue in color. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, Medicine Guru, King of Lapis Light, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Blue in color with mudra of granting the Supreme, who accomplished 12 prayers, majestic with the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field Lapis Light, I prostrate to Medicine Guru, King of Doctors, Bhagavan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispelled the suffering of lower realms, dispel of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, Lapis Light, and make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment, to the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, offering. May each and every sentient being, such as ourselves, all become like you, graced with marks and signs. May the light dispelling darkness, the enjoyment of wisdom and skillful means be inexhaustible. May those attracted to mistaken and lesser paths enter Mahayana paths and all be beautified by their vows. May we be free from pain caused by immorality, be complete in faculties and without disease, and have abundant goods. May those disillusioned with the weakest conditions always have powerful faculties, and may we be freed from Mara's noose and perverse viewpoints. May those tormented by kings gain bliss, and those who, out of hunger, support themselves through negativity, be satisfied with food received in accordance with the Dharma. May hardships of heat and cold be pacified, and all good wishes be fulfilled. Endowed with morality that pleases the Aras, may we be liberated. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus, in that Buddha field qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors, such as Medicine Guru, King of Doctors, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Golden in color with earth pressing mudra, who through the force of unique great compassion and enthusiasm became the glorious one of this, the fearless world system, I prostrate to the supreme leader, head of the Shakyas, born in the Shakya lineage out of skillful means and compassion, unchallenged by others, conqueror of Mara's forces, body majestic as the golden Mount Meru, I prostrate to the king of the Shakyas. I make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Pray, bless us and all beings who lack a protector, to receive here immediately without exception the benefits as taught by the Supreme Teacher in the extensive sutra ritual of Medicine Buddha. Supreme lamp dispelling the darkness of ignorance, foremost of medicines, alleviating suffering and disease, to the entire sublime jewel of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Supreme lamp dispelling the darkness of ignorance, foremost of medicines, alleviating suffering and disease, to the entire sublime jewel of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Supreme lamp dispelling the darkness of ignorance, foremost of medicines, alleviating suffering and disease, to the entire sublime jewel of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Homage to the Mother of the victorious ones, perfection of wisdom and holy Dharma of the three vehicles, who totally destroys the dark seed of suffering's cause and uproots the pain of suffering completely. I make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the blessings of the truth of the holy Dharma jewel, may I, on all others henceforth in all our lives, practice the Buddhist teachings in their entirety exactly as the Buddhists intended. The conqueror's heart commitments were invoked by 36,000 sons of Sugatas, including Manjushri, Kabdul, Vajrapani, thus requested they'll proclaim the sutra's benefits. Pray, manifest all of them for me here and now, and to the worldly protector Yaksha leaders as well, as you promised to do before previous teachers, to stop enemies, harmers, and epidemics, pacify all conflict, and increase physical and mental bliss, increase wealth, power, property, crops, and lifespan, accomplish these desired goals as we wish, and always protect us without break. Okay, so now we come to the mantra recitation. So we will be reciting this common pronunciation. This is the long mantra, and this is the short mantra. So for the long one, we'll chant 3 out loud, and then for the short mantra, let's do 20 to ourselves, and the 21st one we'll do out loud together. So first, the long one. Om Namo Bhagavate Pekanze Guru Vedira Tabarazaya Tatakataya Arate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Vedira Tabarazaya Tatakataya Arate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Vedira Tabarazaya Tatakataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Guru, whose kindness is without equal, king of the Shakyas, Manjushri, Shanta, Rakshita, and so on, holding in their hands this profound sutra, to the direct and lineage gurus I prostrate. To the compassion ones who liberate destitute beings, to the seven Sugatas, Buddha Shakyamuni, and the holy Dharma, to Manjushri, Kyabdo, Vajrapani, Brahma, and Ishvara, and the Maharajas and Yakshas I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings actually ranged and emanated to the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Whatever I have done or caused to be done that was unprepared or degenerated, or done with my deluded mind, please be patient with all of these. Whatever the beings of this degenerate age have done, of lesser merit mixed with ignorant delusions that did not fulfill the Arya's wishes, please be patient with these as well. Under the influence of miserliness, lacking in skill, having made bad offerings or faulty arrangements, O Protector endowed with great compassion, please be patient with these as well. Whatever was superfluous or left undone, degeneration in parts of the ritual, or whatever was forgotten, please be patient with these as well. By remaining here together with this image, for the sake of all migrators, may you grant us long life without illness, power, and supreme attainment. Om Supratishta Benzaye Soha. The host of medicine Buddha deities, pervading all directions of the round of space with perfection, some raining down multicolored lotus, some singing song, requesting goodness, some acting to conquer Mars and obstructions, and all bestowing you supreme good fortune. Know this full well and be very joyful, and I shall voice sweet melody expressing auspiciousness. Supreme teacher of humans and gods, touching my crown to your feet of jewel moonlight, grants the glory of good fortune of Kumuda flowers blossoming. To Menendra, moon expounders, I prostrate. Manjushri and great abbot Shantarakshita, Trisondetsan, Atisha, father and son. Second conquer Losang Drampa, and so on. To the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities, of the supreme root and lineage gurus, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon, may be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. Accomplishing a supreme ocean of prayers invoking truth, during the teachings declined for protectless beings, were untamed by other sunlight conquerors, through the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities, of those seven Sugatas protectors during degenerate times, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon, may it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. Arising well from the broad lotus-like tongue of the Lord of the Able Ones, especially exalted even in the later days of the Shakya's teachings, such that if performed one gains the essence of immortality's ambrosia. The auspiciousness of all collected good qualities, of that king of the vast and profound Sutra Pitaka, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon, may it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. To the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities, of those children of the lineage performing the sutra ritual, by simply reciting the names of the kings of doctors of all realms and directions, and through the especially extensive prayers of the teacher, Buddha, and the Sugatas, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon, may it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. Accomplished through the compassion mantra of the Sugatas, through faith, samadhi, and words of truth, construction of jewels, abode of the three jewels beyond the three realms, through the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities, of that supreme Buddha field equal to Sukhavati, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon, may it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. So before we start the dedication prayers, please recall your intention and motivation for doing the practice. And from your bottom of your heart, just feel that they have all been realized. And in the second line, instead of saying state of Guru Buddha, Geshe-la has asked us to say the state of medicine Buddha. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of medicine Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samantabhadra too realize things as they are, I too dedicate all these merits in the best way, that I may follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these roots of virtue with a dedication praised as the best by the victorious ones thus gone of the 3 times, so I might perform good works. Due to the merits accumulated over the 3 times by myself and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, which are empty from their own side, may the I, who is empty from its own side, achieve the state of enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that state as quickly as possible by myself alone. Because of the merits of the 3 times created by me and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and other sentient beings, may there be no wars, famines, disease, quarreling, fighting, or unhappy minds. May there be great prosperity. May everything needed be easily obtained. May all the humans in the world be guided by spiritual leaders teaching only Dharma, and may everyone enjoy the happiness of Dharma. And now let's lay long life prayers. First for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains is the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. The one who mastered speech at a very young age, the one with great patience, received the name Amatare, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Puss and Boyd, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. Fearless teacher and assembly of the children of victorious ones, Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losang father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, wore the arm of patience that is never discouraged, incomparable venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings who suddenly depart to peace, what a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the 3 jewels, and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. Supreme God, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you a constant Dharma companion. Lama who renounced may you ever remain. You have steadfast imprints of virtuous qualities, and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart. You who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. And then 7 Tara mantras for all beings. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. 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 Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.